What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Angels Franchise. Last episode, we played Game 3 and 4 of the ALCS with some mixed results. Game 3 was a lot of fun. We blew the Tigers out at home, and I'm thinking we're looking pretty good going into Game 4. But I don't know. I think I just learned a little bit more about this Detroit Tigers team and how feisty they are. They fight back, and they hit tanks. And in Game 4, we definitely met our match, and they tie this series up. I could not believe some of the balls they were hitting out. They were just going crazy, and they were making plays with their gloves as well. And now we go into a pivotal Game 5 in this episode. I hope you guys are super excited. Looking at this pivotal Game 5 matchup, I know the team that wins this game wins the series more often than not. We are going with the rookie, though. I want Paul Skeens in Game 6 to either force a Game 7 or win the series altogether to go to the World Series for the first time since 2002. Joshua St. Auld has gotten unlucky. He gets a strike called a ball in the ALDS in his first ever postseason start, and the next batter takes him deep, and you could see how frustrated he was. We have Jackson Jobe on the mound for Detroit today, and that means a lot for us because he actually had a bad outing against us in Game 1. Even though they won that game 10-5, Estevan Herrera did go yard. But then I was thinking about it. Estevan Herrera's gone yard on just about every pitcher. So is it really that bad? I may have jinxed Estevan Herrera, though, because he's at the 10 home run mark in the postseason, and that is the record. He tied Randy Arozarena. And then, of course, last game, he goes 0 for 4. The first time in the playoffs without a hit. That is a problem for me because I feel like I might have jinxed our man. I don't know. Hopefully not. I like nerding out about the stats, so we're going to dive in just a little bit before we get into Game 5. We're looking at this pitching staff, and there is a problem. The starters are suspect right now. Jesus Luzardo, you're getting paid a lot of money. We just extended you for 2 more seasons for $6 million more. And now in the playoffs, you're not going to show up. Paul Skeens, you're making about $45 million a year for a long time. And you pitched so well that I was campaigning for you to be the Cy Young over Garrett Crochet. And you haven't showed me anything of the sort. An 11 ERA? And we got Joshua St. Auld, who I said he was unlucky, and that is true. But we need to see better. This is Game 5. This is for everything. He's only had 1 start. But look at the mustache. Don't you believe in him just from that alone? Looking at how this team has been winning in the postseason, the starting pitching has been suspect, but they've done enough to keep these elite bats close, and then they strike. And that's how we've been winning the games. And then when we get a lead, the bullpen is still very, very good. You have multiple bullpen arms with innings pitched with 0 earned runs. So that's really good to see. I really am confident we can win this series with everything I'm looking at, but still, the starting pitching has to be better. The Tigers have been such a fun matchup and one of the best teams in the AL since we've started this series. I wanted to look at their stats in the postseason and see what they've been doing. Matt McLain, being a bad player in the postseason and basically just an Angels killer, made me laugh. I thought he was having a good postseason. No, he just goes yard on us. That's it. And then you look at Vladdy Guerrero, who won the batting title in 2026 in this series. He has been nowhere to be found. That's awesome going into Game 5. But then you look at players like C.J. Abrams. Matt Chapman, we haven't seen much of. He's been on the bench. But C.J. Abrams ended the game with his glove last episode in Game 4. And then Jace Jung, we haven't seen much of. Only 7 at-bats. But O'Neal Cruz has been amazing. Almost an 850 OPS. Jaron Duran obviously walked off the ALDS in Game 5 to send the Tigers to the ALCS. And Adley Rutschman has easily been their best player and has 2 moonshots against us deep to center with 4 home runs in the whole postseason. Some of the starting pitching for the Tigers has been terrible, but then some of the starters have been really good. Like Dylan Lesko, we called out in Game 4, and he showed out and won that game. Garrett Crochet has been better than Paul Skeens in the playoffs after I've been trying to get Paul Skeens campaigned to be the Cy Young, but the voters, of course, gave it to Garrett Crochet. I'll never shut up about it. Then Matt Brash, of course, is their closer, and he looked pretty good when we had to see him so far. And then their bullpen's actually been really solid. A ton of work in this postseason, and the stats are good. That being said, it's time to find out who will win Game 5 and go back to Detroit up in this series 3-2. You know what they say about Game 5? The team that wins this game usually wins the series. Now, I think we have the best lineup left in the postseason. I don't care how young it is. I don't care how new we are to postseason baseball. We have been mashing. But so has Detroit. And we have a rookie pitcher on the mound. How will he fare at home with the home crowd behind him? You can see the ERA is not good, but he got unlucky. I already explained it. And look at the mustache. Look at the hair. He looks like he should be pitching in the 70s. I love this guy. Joshua St. Auld, 2-1 count to start this game. We have quick counts on. Jared Duran batting .341. Great pitch, honestly. Blue doesn't give him the call, but I love the pitch. Jared Duran also has won a batting title in 2027. Takes that slider for a strike. So they have 2 batting title winners on this lineup. Foul tip for strike 3. Batting title or not, that's a strikeout, baby. Hasn't even been playing well, but against us he has. Every time I pitch to him, he's going yard. Oh, man! And here he goes again! That's going to be extra bases for Matt McLean against the rookie Joshua St. Auld to start this game. Vladdy, the other batting title winner in 2026. So they had back-to-back batting title winners. That's insane. Wow. He does not swing at that. Now we're going to go two-seamer inside, and that's exactly what you want to see. Two-seamer off the slider. We can't walk him here either. They've had some great at-bats to start this game, but that's a perfect curveball to hopefully get us out of the top of the first. Jackson Jobe is definitely scared of this lineup. I think he has to be. We've been so good at the dish. We are savages in the box. Shout out to Aaron Boone. My men are savages in this box. And we're about to show that right now. Let's go. Hanging circle change in the gap. No, it's actually popped up. Sounded good off the bat, though, didn't it? Only 88 off the bat. He cannot continue this nonsense. All right, they dispatch us pretty easily there. Slider on the back foot. Let's go. He takes that. They've been having some insane at-bats to start this game, and that's worrying me. We're going to have to give him it. I know y'all are worried. I'm worried. But he swings at that. It runs off the plate, and that's another strikeout. 3 already in this game for the rookie Joshua St. Auld. That two-seamer had some run. Let's go. And let's try to do that now. And he just keeps mowing them down. Another strikeout. 2-2 count, slider on the back foot. And he just bloops that over Royce Lewis's head. Jared Madison tries to make the throw. And Herrera cannot scoop it at first. Weird play where Royce Lewis just can't get this. It goes over his head. Hits off his glove. Goes to Madison. He barehands it. And he was going to be safe the whole way. But I would have been loved to see Esteban Herrera scoop that, to be honest. That fastball on the hands is nasty to righties. And then you can also put it in on the hands to lefties. He went after that slider away. Thank God. Rengifo makes the play at second. One more home run for the record. I hope I didn't jinx him. Maybe I reverse jinxed. They called that a ball. Maybe it is a reverse jinx. Let's go. We need this. Great pitch. Great swing. 97 off the bat. Just goes to the shortstop. Jesse Ortiz, 1-1 count. That back-to-back combo with Esteban Herrera, Jesse Ortiz is generational. But that is an easy out, nonetheless, to Max Clark in right field. Big Mike, man. Let's see it. Haven't seen a homer in a while. Is that enough? That's late, but it's up to the warning track, but caught by Jared Duran. And just like that, Jared Duran's up after the catch. 1-1 count. Trying to do that fastball inside the lefties, and now you can see what I'm looking to do. That backdoor two-seamer is disgusting. And guess who loves a good old backdoor two-seamer? Cal Raleigh. He's a sicko. He just loves throwing them over and over. I also love spamming them, as you can see. That's 1 out. 2 batting title winners on this Detroit Tigers lineup. But regardless, this rookie's mowing them down today. It's 0-0 though. Even caught a little bit of the plate there, a little bit of paint maybe. That's crushed by Vladdy Guerrero. He needs to heat up for the Tigers to win this series. And they get that in quickly. Not quick enough though. Herrera covering second. Can't make the tag. Vladdy's in there for a double with 2 outs. And immediately, Spencer Torkelson gets that 2-seamer in on the hands and pops up. Bottom of the 3rd now. And Luis Rengifo immediately gets a good pitch to hit and makes him pay. Jackson Jobe threw a cookie over the middle. And Luis Rengifo does what he did in Game 4. Well, he did a lot more in Game 4 with a 2-run tater to tie the game. But that was a great hit. And that fastball still has life. You can see Logan O'Hoppy's late on it. Will Max Clark get to that? He does. 2-2 count. Jared Madison, 1 out. Bottom of the 3rd. Can he turn the lineup over? That's a great swing on a fastball, middle. Can that be gapped? That's caught from Jared Arena. Whoa, the base running. The base running! What is up? What are you guys doing? Why are you rounding the bases? That's the end of the 3rd inning with some terrible base running. Luis Rengifo gets doubled up. Instead, it's 1 out, 1-1 to Adley Rutschman. I do not want to throw this man a fastball, but I also don't want to throw him a changeup middle either. That was supposed to be down. The rookie hung it a little bit. Slider now in the dirt, 2-2 count. He really is looking for that fastball. We both can tell. And I don't want to throw it to him. 3-2 count. He's looking for that fastball. He will not get it here. I will not throw Adley Rutschman that fastball. 3-2 changeup to him. And he swings at it. He was expecting fastball, but let's be honest, that was a bad swing from Adley Rutschman. And the 6th strikeout for this rookie, Joshua St. Aud. He's bouncing back here in his 2nd start ever in the postseason. The biggest game of his career. We are easily the youngest team in Major League Baseball, and what we're doing here, being in Game 5 with a tied series and having a chance to maybe go to the World Series is crazy. 3-2 count. Perfect 2-seamer. Let's go. Another strikeout for the rookie. He's been amazing. The 2-seamer's been working today. Good pitch to hit, but he hits it right to center field. O'Neal Cruz doesn't even have to move. Now looking at Morris Dye with a 2-1 count. A changeup on the outside part of the plate. Hit over the shortstop for the 2nd out of this inning. Easy play for C.J. Abrams after what we've seen him do in Game 4. Royce Lewis has been so good in this series. They call that a strike inside. Blue says that caught some of the plate. I don't know about that. 1-2 count. Jackson Jobe goes with a cutter up. 2-2 count. Great pitch to hit, and he gets a good piece of it, but not enough. But C.J. Abrams boots it, and Vladdy can't scoop it at first. That's an E6, another error in this series. We've seen Royce Lewis make an error at 3rd, and now he's getting the payback with someone giving him a base off an error. Love to see it. 2030 home run champion, really the co-home run champion with Rafi Devers. And that's a great pitch inside to get him late on that. And that's the end of the 4th. Esteban Herrera, since I've mentioned that he could break the record, has done nothing. A pitcher's duel. I was not expecting that in Game 5, but here we are. 1-1 count to Max Clark in the top of the 5th. Tie game in a tied series in Game 5. 1-2 count. That fastball's been great, but he pokes it down the line for extra bases. Jesse Ortiz tries to throw him out at 2nd, but no avail. He's in there easily. Max Clark has easily been one of the toughest players to pitch for, but that's strike 3 immediately. Trying to game plan against Max Clark has been tough, for sure. Thank God the 9-hole gets out easily, but now we have the 2027 batting title winner, Jaron Duran, but he pops up immediately behind home plate, and the rookie 21-year-old pitcher, Joshua St. Auld, gets in another jam and has no issues. That's an amazing pitch and a 2-1 count. Slider just caught the corner there. Try to backdoor another slider on him, and he just takes that for ball 3, full count, and we're going to go 2-seamer up and in. It hangs, but Giancarlo Portillo is able to make the catch. Caught a little bit too much of the plate there. I'm going to glaze Big Mike always. We glaze Big Mike over here. And that is a gapper. I'm going to start glazing Jesse Ortiz more too if I could do that. I already do a lot of that, but I might have to do more of it. That's a double here in the bottom of the 5th. We have Big Mike up now. And he smokes one. That might be down. Oh my gosh, the base running's been awful. I'm not even going to be able to tag up. How is that not down the line for a double? Come on, Unk still got it. Unk still got it. That's smoked. Come on. Just a pop-up, though. We will tag up just in case of a pass ball. 1-2 count to Jarrett Madison. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. The rookie needs to make something happen. Great pitch. Sweeper on the outside part of the plate. Away. Gets him looking. End of the 5th inning. We're now at the top of the 6th. 2-1 count to Vladdy. Joshua St. Auld probably has to be done after this inning. Maybe now. Probably put someone in. Right now he's at 102 pitches. To really see what we got in this bullpen, Casey Smoke will be the man that will be warming up along with Peter Miley, the lefty. Hopefully slider away is enough to put him down. It is! He swings early. And we get the second out of the top of the 6th here. 9 strikeouts for the rookie. That's amazing. He's only 21 years old in this pivotal Game 5 series, all tied up, and this is how he's pitching. Wow. I cannot believe Blue just called that ball 4, and we're going to have to take him out after that. Adley Rutschman is up. We're going to do a mound visit here, who we got from the LA Dodgers in a trade that was perfect because they still had Edwin Diaz, so they did not need Casey Smoke anymore. And we were able to get him, and he's been a big part of this bullpen as a young pitcher. And now he has the biggest inning of his life ahead of him. He needs to finish this inning off. Great pitch! Tried to back pick him. Couldn't get it there in time. 2-seamer. In on the hands. Got him! Another one looking. Pretty bad, honestly, from Herman Lyon. 3 for 19. I was expecting more. Only 1 extra base hit in this series. He does steal so many bags that when he gets on base, it doesn't matter. So right now, you're going to see exactly that. We're here in the bottom of the 6th. He leads off with a single, gets on first, and immediately he'll be on second before you even know it. We're going to have Herman Lyon steal here. It's been our philosophy all postseason long. Great jump, great pitch to run on, and there we go. Runner is now in scoring with 0 outs, and Morris Dye is up, and he's batting .333 in the postseason. That's what you want to see. This is a great situation. Jackson Jobe has not been pulled yet, and that might be trouble. I cannot run on that. I'm scared. Max Clark has a gun. That's an amazing pitch in a 1-1 count to catch the inside part of the plate. 1-2 now, 1 out, bottom of the 6th, and that gets Royce Lewis looking. Great pitch. Inside part of the plate. Jackson Jobe locked in as soon as that runner touched second base. But now we have the man, the myth, the legend. Estevan Herrera's up. 2-2 count. 98 inside. What is he going to throw us here? And he throws a fastball over the plate, and Esteban Herrera got a good swing, but not enough, and Jackson Jobe gets out of the jam. We're going to the top of the 7th now. Casey Smoke on the mound for the Angels. And that ball is crushed from C.J. Abrams, but to the warning track. 1-2 count to Max Clark. He's been trouble in this series, batting .318 in the postseason. That's a great changeup, but Jarrett Madison throws it away. That's an error from the shortstop. In the offseason, we might be looking at short. Not having a shortstop you can trust with the glove is a problem. We cannot have this type of stuff be happening right now. That was a fastball that could have been crushed by how you lead the 9-hole, but he gets under it. All these red throws, I hate it. We need to see better, especially from a shortstop. Great pitch. Two-seamer with run inside on a lefty. And we're going to go sweeping curve, back foot. He does. Oh, Max Clark's running. Gets the second with ease. And now we're talking about runners and scoring. If Jarren Duran can just poke one and get a single, Max Clark has the wheels. And they don't call that a strike. Are we serious? Now I'm starting to get really nervous. Full count. Top of the 7th. 2 outs. And I'm throwing a fastball. Oh no. He hits it. It's going. And it's gone. Jarren Duran takes the lead for Detroit here in the top of the 7th. What a swing. Blue easily has Detroit money line. We were robbed. This has been an inning from hell. What a clutch swing from Jarren Duran. And the Tigers take the lead. We do get out of the inning, thank God. I'm in shock. I'm kind of in shock. I don't know how that happened. We're now down 2-0. Good swing from Jesse Ortiz. A sinker, Ian Hamilton gets the first out, though. They finally pull Jackson Jobe. We need guys to start showing up here with the bats. We're down 2-0 at home in the ALCS with everything on the line. 2 balls, 1 strike. Can these bats start waking up? No. Big Mike pops up to short. It's just late on the fastball. Gee, Luis Rengifo. Does Unk still got it? That's a great slider that was basically like a cutter inside. Popped up to Jarren Duran, making all the plays today. That's the end of the 7th inning. And Casey Smoke will try to get him through this 8th maybe? No, we will not, I guess. We'll be putting someone in the bullpen immediately. That was smoked. I'm going to put Peter Miley in now, because that was smoked. Immediately, the fastball is late. And that's the first out. 1 down. Top of the 8th. Now 2 down. We strike out O'Neal Cruz. And this was a jam, but just like that, it's not. They say intentionally walk Adley. Why? Is he really that dangerous? Is Adley Rutschman really that dangerous that we have to intentionally walk him? Let me know in the comments if you're thinking in your head, should you walk this guy or not? I'm not walking him. I'm not walking him. Why walk him? You guys were scared I wasn't going to catch that. I know Big Mike's got the glove. He's got the goods. Now let's go hit and win this game in the bottom of the 8th. We've gotten to Eli Morgan. We like seeing him. Come on, man. It's only 2 runs. This lineup's been so good. That's... Oh! C.J. Abrams makes another error! Let's go! I was actually thinking that was just going to be an easy play. But immediately, we see that Logan O'Hoppy's on first, and this is interesting in the bottom of the 8th because of an error from C.J. Abrams. But that's a great pitch. Inside fastball. Maybe that's got to be a take there. Jared Madison has struggled today. At the plate and in the field. Hammer and Herman, what do you got? We need you, buddy. We need the bats to start waking up here. 1 out, 2-1 count. Good take, 3-1 count. It's got to give you a pitch to hit. Be ready to hit something. Let's go. Hitters count. And that's a walk. This is becoming a little bit of a rally here for the Angels. And they are actually going to another pitcher. We're looking at Chris Murphy, who's one of the pitchers that I highlighted out of the bullpen that has had a ton of work. 7 2/3, 1.1 ERA, solid, very, very good. And we have to be worried. But Morris Dye hits lefties well. 1-1 count, Angels chance in the building. This is going to be a double play. The rookie Morris Dye hits into a double play, and that is just what the Tigers were looking for. And now we're in the top of the 9th, and it's looking very scary here. Lefty, we'll go back to the well there. And that's exactly what we needed to do. Got the first out. This game's not over. We have the heart of the order coming up in the bottom of the 9th. I'm not worried yet until this game's fully over because of how good our lineup is. That was really tough that Morris Dye, the rookie, hits into a double play, but this team is young. This team is young. It's been a back and forth series. 1-2 count to Max Clark. Go curveball away. Got him. Perfect pitch. Lefty, lefty. And Max Clark has been one of the toughest outs in this Tigers lineup for me, definitely. That's a broken bat. Hao-Yu Lee pops up to Logan O'Hoppy, and now it's all on the line here in the bottom of the 9th. Royce Lewis, Estevan Herrera, and Jesse Ortiz come up to the plate. Can the Angels do something special here with closer Matt Brash on the mound? We need the bats to do something here to stay alive in this game. Perfect slider away. Gets him to swing. Bite on that. And that's the first out here in the bottom of the 9th. Estevan Herrera is up 0 for 3. Has 10 homers in the postseason. Tied for the record. And that's 99. Down the hatch. 2-2 count. And that is a perfect pitch. Slider on the corner. And Matt Brash is doing exactly what you want if you're a Tigers fan. And now it all comes down to the 18-year-old rookie, Jesse Ortiz, to try to keep this Game 5 alive here in the ALCS. Great take from the rookie there. It's been a great game, a great series, and a good test for this Angels team. That's the pitch that he wants to swing at, and that will be the game. Bottom of the zone there, a slurve, and the Tigers did everything in this game, pitching-wise, to shut out an amazing Angels lineup, and they now take a 3-2 lead going back to Detroit. This was a rough one. You have to tip your cap to Jackson Jobe. He played amazing in this pivotal Game 5 win. Only 3 hits, 0 earned, and only 1 walk. And really, Blue did destroy our chances of winning. I'm not going to be a sore loser and talk about it over and over, but we were screwed. We were robbed. But now we're going to look inward. What can we do, basically? And what I'm looking at now is that we have to go on the road, and we have our ace on the mound, and I'm fired up. I'm ready to force a Game 7, and I hope you guys are too. All right, boys, it is time to put up or shut up. It's Game 6 on the road at Detroit with our ace on the mound, Paul Skeens. Can he bounce back with everything in the balance? We need this win to force a Game 7. And you know what I did to get ready for this Game 6? I went on YouTube, and looked up David Freese highlights from 2011 World Series Game 6 and what he did to help force a Game 7 for his Cardinals, who end up winning that World Series. And I am ready to do the same thing here because we have Matt Manning on the mound for Detroit, and through 2 starts, he has a 7.88 ERA, and we can get to that with the bats we have. Let's go. I would not want it any other way. Let's go. Game 6, elimination game, backs against the wall. What can this young team do on the road? This is where legends are made in the playoffs. I am so excited to see what happens in Game 6. This crowd is rocking, and it is now time to see what we can do in the top of the first against Matt Manning, who threw 8 innings. He only got through 8 innings in 2 starts. These are terrible numbers. Can we get to him early? It's very important we do, and we shut up this crowd. And leading off, 13 stolen bases in the postseason, the most in Major League Baseball. Hammering Herman Lyon. First pitch of the at-bat, and he ropes one down the line. Immediately, can this be extra bases? He's gunned! He tries to use his legs to stretch it into a double, and Jarren Duran, the savior for Detroit in Game 2 with the home run to give them the lead, shows off his arm. 1 out. Great swing from Hammer and Herman. And we've been aggressive on the bases to our benefit and also to our detriment. That is definitely not where Matt Manning wanted to pitch that ball. And that ball is perfectly hit. That is hit where it's pitched right there. But a pop out to right field. Max Clark makes the catch. 1-2 count to Jarren Duran. Bottom of the first. And that will be the first out. Good block by Logan O'Hoppe. It's important that Paul Skeens has a dominant performance. We're paying him $45 million a year, and this is the time he needs to show up right now. This is the biggest game of his career as far as I'm concerned. I know he's gone to a World Series for Pittsburgh in this series. I don't care. And they're trying to bunt. I really love what Detroit is trying to do here. They are trying to win this game. They don't care how it happens. They really don't. As long as it happens.
That's the ball.
And as a Phillies fan,
2 balls.
that's what Arizona did to us in 2023. They played small ball. They won Game 6 and 7. Not doing too much, just doing enough great pitching and scoring some runs. Full count here, and that's what Detroit's trying to do today. And the sweeper gets Matt McLain to swing, and that is another strikeout for Paul Skeens. We love to see it. Paul Skeens right now is looking good. They do love hitting fastballs, it seems like. Esteban Herrera, who, by the way, has not hit a single hit since I've mentioned that he could break the record when it comes to the postseason home run record. He has 10, tying Randy Arozarena for the home run record. And that's a ball well hit. Just late, a splitter up. It is really important that we get a lead early and give Paul Skeens some run support. Jesse Ortiz rolls one over to short, and that's caught for an out. Big Mike, have not seen the power in a while, and he ropes that one down the line, and this time we will not run. I will not let Jarren Duran's arm hurt us again. He has a gun out there in left field. 2-2 count, and it hits him. Looking at Logan O'Hoppe, who's been batting amazing in the postseason, 342. And that's a perfect sweeper. That's what you want to see if you're a Tigers fan. We're going to go curveball away for him. Got him. We're going to go sinker away here. Full count. And that is some good hitting from O'Neal Cruz. Hits it where it's pitched, but right to the shortstop. Go back to the sinker away. It's going to be a tough pitch to do something with. Got him. Perfect pitch. And Paul Skeens is looking very good through 2 innings so far. Good at bat from Jarrett Madison here, though. He is struggling, though, at the plate and in the field at shortstop. Good swing from Jarrett Madison, but still caught nonetheless. Jarren Duran makes the play in left field. A single, he tried to stretch into a double. Herman Lyon was thrown out to start this game. Let's see if he can bounce back. Great sweeper. He's really using that to good effect in this game. 2 outs already in this 3rd inning. Morris Dye, the rookie, has this team ran out of juice. This young lineup. They may have another easy play for Matt Manning in Detroit. 2-2 count to C.J. Abrams. Slider gets him to swing. Royce Lewis makes the play at 3rd. He is loving his sinker and other pitches. We're going to go to those.
3-1.
Don't want to let the 9-hole get away here, considering Jaron Duran's up next, and he's been a monster. Great pitch, but doesn't get the call. Blue gives him the walk. We're going to go curveball now. Got him! Let's go! Get out of the 3rd, and let's go hit. We need the bats to wake up. We've been shut out through 12 innings in this series now. This is feeling like the Phillies. I'm not going to lie. This is what the Phillies do in the playoffs. We can't do this! It's not working out. What's going on? It's just weak contact! Royce Lewis, come on! You're getting paid $25 million a year! Full count to Esteban Herrera. Give him a pitch to hit. Please. They don't. He has to take the walk, but he does. You can always count on him. And you, of course, have to worry about this 18-year-old rookie with so much juice in his bat, and he walks. Now we're talking about a little bit of a rally. Can he get a single? That could score 1 maybe. No, it's going to be a double play! How? Big Mike hits into a double play immediately, and Matt Manning gets out of the jam. Bottom of the 4th. This has been crazy, the end of this series, the way the bats have just turned into nothing. Every big moment, no one can make a hit. Morris Dye had a huge hit into a double play in Game 5. All of our pitchers have kind of locked in, and now the bats have cooled off. We need more cohesion as a team. The effort is not there, but we get out of this inning pretty easily. They're not seeing Paul Skeens well. We got a full count now to Luis Rengifo. And he crushes that! Is that gonna go? No, it's caught in center field by O'Neal Cruz. And it looks like the Tigers might go to their bullpen after this. And Jared Madison gets a nice swing on that one, but that one looks like it'll be caught by Jaron Duran, and that ends the top of the 5th. Full count, and we're gonna go front door sweeper on him. And he doesn't expect that, swings at it to protect, and that is the 3rd out of this inning. We go to the top of the 6th. And they bring on Brennan Hanafy, who we've had trouble with. He's been very good in this series, and I'm a little worried now. We need to get Herman Lyon on base. Maybe he can steal a bag for us and get us some life. 2-2 count. We obviously have quick counts on. Good pitch. That's a sinker. Painted. And honestly, Herman Lyon gets a pretty good swing on that, but that goes right to the shortstop. Can anyone be that for us? That's a good pitch. Can that just drop, please? Jaron Duran makes the catch. He's been amazing out and left. Jaron Duran is no doubt ALCS MVP if they win this series. There's no doubt about that. 1-1 count to Royce Lewis, and he gets one finally through the infield, and stretching this into a double maybe. He boots it. He's in there. Let's go. That's huge. We capitalize on O'Neal Cruz kicking it in center field, and now Esteban Herrera has someone in scoring position. 1-1 count. Brendan Hanafy with the pitch. And Esteban Herrera, sinker below the zone. Good pitch from Brendan Hanafy, and they get out of the top of the 6th. I can't believe that. Man, I love these close games. The Tigers have been great so far in this series. Hao-Yu Lee is up, and he swings through a sweeper for a strike. And we're going to go sweeper away to the righty. And that might go up the middle for a base hit and turn it over to now Jaron Duran. It was a no-hitter for Paul Skeens, and now we're talking about having to get the bullpen up. Immediately 2 weak base hits. And Hao Yu Lee goes to third. Wow. Just like that. The Tigers are in a good spot to take the lead. We're going to go for a mound visit. And hopefully get Paul Skeens out of this inning. I really think he can do it. Perfect. Blows by a fastball. And now that's his 6th strikeout through 6. He's only given up 2 hits. We're going to go slider away now. Or curveball, should I say. Curveball away works! And we get out of that inning with no runs scored. Let's go. And then we can go to the bullpen. Paul Skeens is so fired up. He's got this team with a chance to win. Eli Morgan is in. And Jesse Ortiz is up. Full count here to the rookie Jesse Ortiz. And he rips one, but right to the third baseman. We've been a little unlucky. 93 off the bat, just can't find any grass. Big Mike now has a hit in this game. What can he do? Crushes one! Big Mike gets the Angels the lead on the road in Game 6. Who will be our David Freese? And it just might be the first pick of this series ever on this channel. Big Mike with the biggest swing of his life. Giancarlo Portillo puts the Angels on top in Game 6. Let's go! And the bat flip, that's a no-doubter. That's amazing. The first ever draft pick in this channel on the road with everything in the balance gets it done. Now, I am so fired up. The bullpen needs to come in and be lights out. Great pitch. Gets Luis Rengifo swinging. Check swing, but that was a strike regardless. Painted. Circle change. 2 outs now to Logan O'Hoppe. We need more runs. Now it's a 3-1 count. Can Logan O'Hoppe get something to swing at? He does, but that will be easy money at third base. But Big Mike gives the Angels the lead in this elimination game. Backs against the wall. What a swing from the first round pick, the first ever pick in this series. Billy Byler was a 5th round pick in the 2026 draft, the second draft of this series, and I think it's very important to highlight how amazing these homegrown talents are. I mean, they are the reason we are in this game right now, and Paul Skeens obviously on the mound, a great free agency pickup. And right now, we're locked in. Billy Byler with the strikeout to Spencer Torkelson in the bottom of the 7th. Like I said before, this is where legends are made in the postseason, in these big moments. 3-2 changeup inside on the lefty. He takes great at bat from O'Neal Cruz. He swings through that, and Adley has not been able to hit the curveball. He takes that. Great at bats right now, all around. And that is the second out of this inning. Huge out. We're looking at a lefty-lefty matchup with C.J. Abrams. 1-1 count. Great block by Logan O'Hoppe. That is amazing. I'm scared of the fastball, but he wants one. And he gets one. Let's go. We get out of the bottom of the 7th. This is getting dicey, boys. We need to win this game, and it's very important that we lock in with the bats. If we can get some run support, that would be crucial. Billy Byler gets out of the inning. And now we're looking at Ian Hamilton, one of the best relievers for the Tigers. They're trying to keep this game close. The rookie Jared Madison, 2 for 16 with 2 RBIs, a 2 RBI single in a game in this series. And now he gets another bloop single. Perfect, because you know what we're going to try to do. We have to try to steal second. And we're running. Great jump. Great pitch to throw on. But Jared Madison is out. I thought for sure he was in there. But Adley Rutschman gets it done with the arm. I've said it before. I'll say it again. It's to our benefit and to our detriment. And sometimes it hurts us That's an easy inning for Ian Hamilton after there was runners on base, but we will always be aggressive on the bases. Nick Lofton, you can see the stats, is pinch hitting in this inning. And we're going to go to Brian Abreu now in the bottom of the 8th. We're looking to close this game out. The reliever of the year in 2027, and now he's trying to get a hold here to bring Trevor Stefan in, our closer. He's got to hit the fastball. Oh, you gotta make that a strike, buddy. You cannot walk Nick Lofton there on a pinch hit. Can't believe they pinch hit Max Clark, though. That's crazy to me. I'm pretty sure that's who they pinch hit for. Late on it. We're going to go circle change on him. He takes for ball 2. Another change up, back to back. He wasn't ready for it. Strike 3, swinging. 2 down in the bottom of the 8th. The fastball is running on him, I'm noticing, and he's not locating it. Perfect. There we go. If I know it has some run to it. That was crushed. Perfect, but an out nonetheless. Chris Murphy's in. Another amazing reliever for the Tigers. I will say their bullpen is pretty damn good. Their pitching staff is damn good. They have a great team over there in Detroit. Esteban Herrera against the lefty. You know what he likes to do. That's over the head and in the gap. We're lucky that's not a homer. I mean, he could have broken the record right there. 2-2 count to Jesse Ortiz, the rookie. Runners in scoring position. This could be everything. Great pitch for strike 3. 2 down in the top of the 9th. That's an amazing pitch. And Big Mike, can he be the hero once again? Lefty, lefty. Top of the 9th, 1-1 count. And he can be! We're not going to send him. We're not going to send him. No way. Not with Jaron Duran's arm. 1-1 count. And that's what we might have needed. It's actually going to stay up, though. Unlucky. The Tigers get out of that inning unscathed, and now we go to the bottom of the 9th with basically the heart of the order, the best hitters in their lineup other than Jaron Duran, and I am worried. We are bringing in closer Trevor Stefan that we got from Cleveland, and he has been amazing for us. I really love him, honestly. Great trade, in my opinion. The bullpen's been great with him at the closer role, but he's only had one opportunity in this postseason to make a save, and he did. We're going to go slider away, and he swings at that, but it's foul. Slider away to Vladdy, 2-2. Hopefully we can get a swing and miss. We cannot, but we're not throwing him a fastball. We're going to go splitter away, and he fouls that off. He's been having a great at-bat, a couple foul balls now, fighting off that pitch. Go back to the well here, and he fights that one off too. Now, in my opinion, I'm going to go backdoor slider. Can't get it. It actually goes away from him. Going to go back to the well. He takes one at bat from Vladdy. 3-1 count to Spencer Torkelson. They're not swinging at anything. I'm very worried right now. And he walks him. I might have to go for a mound visit. And then after that, we'll see from there. But right now, it's not looking good. They're being very patient at what they're going to swing at. 2-2 count, splitter. They don't swing at it, and he won't locate a pitch right now. But this could be, oh my lord, Luis Rengifo. And we're going to go to the bullpen here. This is the worst situation that could ever happen. We're going to put in Casey Smoke. He has the best K per 9, and we need strikeouts here. 1-1 count. Trevor Stefan blew up. But that could be a run, maybe. They don't run. Thank God. That's 1 out. That's 1 out here. We have double play now in play. C.J. Abrams now. They try a suicide squeeze. Oh, this is going to run over the plate. This is going to be a run, sadly. This is going to be a run because we can't expect Jesse Ortiz to make this throw. 1-1 tie ball game, but there's 2 outs. It's not over. Casey Smoke saves it, at least for what it is. And we do get out of the inning, and we will be going to extras. Trevor Stefan blew up. Great pitch from Chris Murphy. 2-1 count to Logan O'Hoppe. 98 on the hands. Jarrett Madison now with a hit in this game. A big one, too. Can he get another? Great pitch again. Fastball painted. It looks like the Tigers wanted more, but maybe not. Another error from C.J. Abrams, and now we're talking about maybe a stolen base again. We need it. Great jump. Take. He's in there. Let's go. Everything's in the balance here. Runner on second. We need something. 1-2 count to Hammer and Herman. Great pitch. A slurve gets him swinging. That was nasty. Chris Murphy's been great, but now we're talking about a bullpen that's getting depleted. Who else do they have in there? Can Morris Dye against the lefty do something? And the rookie Morris Dye does just that! That'll be a run! The 21-year-old rookie puts the Angels back on top in the top of the 10th! They're taking out their pitcher and putting in Tyler Madison, who's been bad. We're going to go for a hit and run here. Hopefully it works. Maybe? Wait, what? He was making that play because of trying to cover the bag, maybe? That was crazy. I thought that might be a hit. That was a weird one. But that's the end of the top of the 10th, and now we go to the bottom of the 10th. And I don't know, do we keep Casey Smoke out there with no energy, or do we go to Ronald Gonzalez, who has good clutch? He's good, man. I like him. But we might see what Casey Smoke can do. Even though he blew it in Game 5, I don't care. He's been great in this game. 1-2 count. We might get an out with him and then bring in, it might be a team effort in the bullpen for the rest of the way. Gets him! Casey Smoke with the changeup! 1 down here in the top of the 10th. And now the question is, do we go to someone else after Jaron Duran already had a homer on him? I think we do. I think it's time to go to Ronald Gonzalez after Jaron Duran already had a homer on Casey Smoke. Casey Smoke did his job and then some. What a trade that was to get him from LA. 1-1 count to Jaron Duran. And here we go. Ronald Gonzalez. 91 mile per hour slider. He throws gas. We're going to go fastball up in the zone. Can't get it. Walking Jaron Duran isn't that bad, honestly. I don't want him to hurt us. Great pitch. Fastball on the outside. What are we giving him? I'm going to try to freeze him with a slider. Let's see what happens. He gets it. But can Jared Madison make the play? He's safe! Jaron Duran beats it out! A base hit in the infield. And he's got wheels. He might steal second. He does. Great jump. And there's really no chance. And now there's a man on second for Detroit. This has been one of the craziest games I've ever played. Matt McLean hits it. And Jaron Duran is running. And Jesse Ortiz gets a terrible animation. And it's a tie game. This bullpen's exploded. They've been awful. Are we serious? I can't get anything out of our bullpen right now. And Detroit ties the game. They will not swing and miss now. There we go. Finally, everything was a foul tip. We finally get the second out. And they run again. I didn't even hear runner. And Matt McLean gets the second easily. And now we're talking about a dangerous situation. The Spencer Torkelson on 2-2 count. We're going slider away and trying to get out of this inning now. They just foul off everything, dude. I never can get the strikeout. Curveball. Let's see if he'll swing and miss. He doesn't offer. Full count. I don't know how it's possible that this keeps happening, where they just have the craziest at-bats. And that could be a single. Jesse Ortiz needs to get over, and he makes the catch. It's the end of the 10th inning. This has been the craziest game I've ever played of MLB The Show, ever. 1-1 count to Esteban Herrera. And he belts one, but it doesn't matter. They're literally painting fastballs on the corners perfectly. This has been a tough matchup for sure. Jesse Ortiz, weak contact. 2 outs. It's nothing to Detroit to get us out right now. It's crazy. I can't believe what Tyler Madison's been able to do in this game after being terrible for them in the bullpen. Crushed! Big Mike! Is that going to be gone? It is! It's a 2-home run game for Big Mike in the biggest game of his life! I cannot believe it! Wow! The Angels take the lead again in the top of the 11th! This has been the wildest game of MLB The Show I've ever played. I'm going to lose my voice playing this game. The manager cannot believe it for Detroit. Wow. The dugout's going crazy. Big Mike is a legend on this channel. Are we serious? He is the clutchest player on the team. What a swing. We need the pitching to lock in. Rengifo knocks one now. That's a single. Looking at who's left in the bullpen, I really don't want to go with Will Vest. Noah Schultz might be the guy with everyone coming up who doesn't like lefties except Adley Rutschman. It's going to be probably Noah Schultz, and I just hope someone can do something. Crushed! Logan O'Hoppe! It's going to stay up, though. That was a hanging curveball. But Big Mike does his thing again. What a swing to give the Angels a lead once again in this game. He's a lefty, and we can hopefully go lefty-lefty slider. They are not offering it anything, though. I'm trying to pitch around them too much, but they just don't swing. They do not swing. There we go. We needed that. They finally swing at a pitch, and we needed an out there to start this inning. Even though that's how the last blow-up started, it felt good to start, and then it didn't end good. 1-2 count. We're going to go slider on the back foot to Adley Rutschman, and he swings and misses. Detroit is down to their last out in this game. I cannot believe it. We have fought and fought. Both teams have been amazing in this game. And C.J. Abrams pops it up. And that could be the game. Luis Rengifo with the catch. And the Angels somehow pull off this win thanks to Big Mike, Giancarlo Portillo, the first ever draft pick on this channel. He showed up and showed out, and we are going to Game 7. We will see you next episode, still in the postseason. I was saying before this Game 6 that to hype myself up, I went on YouTube and I looked up David Freese highlights from the 2011 World Series where he helped his Cardinals force a Game 7 to then win the World Series. And I asked myself, who's going to be our David Freese? And I think we found the answer. Big Mike, the first ever draft pick of this series and on this channel, came through 4 for 5, 2 runs, 2 home runs, and the biggest RBIs of his life to win this game 3-2, and also a stolen base to add with it. What a performance. And now if you guys are excited about this Game 7, let me know in the comment section. Leave a like on this video. It lets me know you're enjoying the content. And I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers, so if you could leave a sub, it'd be greatly appreciated. I'm new to content creation, and I'm trying to get better every day. So I really do appreciate all the support of the channel, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. See ya.